fairly typical of a knowledge platform event in the sense that they always try to find some way of making it an enjoyable experience and an original experience. So it's a great venue, and the format's been really interesting.
I've had some really great discussions. For me, one of the first sessions I got to exchange on a topic that I've worked on for several years, but it was interesting to hear other people's perspectives, some similar, some different, who had experienced similar issues or run similar programming in other countries.
It was a good conference. Of course, there's always two aspects of such a day. It's a sort of a networking day, and the second is, of course, the content. And I was very pleased with the workshop on informal and formal juridical systems. That workshop really struck a right balance in what I think this type of conferences should be about. Good context, critical rethinking, and having good case studies that are linking it to the daily reality.
It seems to be becoming an important gathering of a range of like-minded organisations across practitioner organisations, research think tanks, but also international and national government bodies that are contributing to different aspects of justice, security, rule of law. So as a site of exchange, it's fantastic.
Something new that I've learned. I guess maybe to value a little bit more the free space. Oftentimes I think we, especially in conference mode, try and get as structured as possible. And I've really enjoyed the free space and the spontaneity that's allowed people to kind of mix and mingle and catch up a little bit more. And actually I think it's been a learning point for me to kind of maybe resist the idea that we need to structure and formulate everything and let ideas kind of flow a little bit more naturally, organically.
But what these conferences need, and this conference shows as well, is that it's a very bottom-down conference in a very bottomed-up world. I'm wearing a tie right now, but I'm going to take it off later in the day. I think that's something that we should do more and more. There are a lot of people here working on real serious topics, but if we relax a little bit more and step away from the specific field that we take with us and just interact and share and question, then I think that we can make a lot more progress than we do now.
What I take home is some of the innovation thinking that has been done during the session, the workshop that I participated in. It was very interactive about using new technology-driven tools for justice innovation.
I've met two women, very impressive women who work for Lebanon Support, and they're actually going to be here as part of the panel that I'll be facilitating. But we've already made plans to see how our research can link up in Lebanon. We're doing similar kinds of explorations of access to security in informal spaces or ungoverned spaces.
I went to a session in the morning on CICIG, which is this hybrid international investigative and prosecutorial entity in Guatemala. So for the work that I do in Kosovo, looking at international transitional justice issues, it was a really interesting case study. Be keen to explore its applicability in Kosovo.
As a youth movement, we've been working for youth participation for a long time, and we're always saying that we shouldn't be excluded. And then this meeting reminded me that this can also work the other way around, that we are actually excluding older people or other people because we just keep talking amongst ourselves, and that it's so important to reach out and also involve others.
It's become a space also for the more formal policy narratives to be made explicit in terms of what the types of challenges that policymakers are facing in a rapidly changing world where seemingly new challenges are coming to play and that have consequences for how we formulate some of these agendas, raising also the difficult questions about who defines what the agendas should be, who defines what the problems are that we should be addressing, and the interests of which societies are the ones that are shaping these agendas.